Okay, so this is going to be a fun video, and it's going to be a fun video for two reasons. The first reason is there's going to be Beethoven background music, and you'll see why later. But for now, we'll just leave it on, so it'll elevate me a little bit and make me feel a little more intelligent than I actually am. Second reason this is a really fun video is we're talking about one of my favorite things that I ever made. It's this very, very, very strange box that not many people have even heard of, but I did 2 small runs of them. It's called INTENSIFIES, and this is from the PP Yellow edition that Wooden Cyclops did the artwork for. I also made a white version and discontinued it shortly after because, surprise, surprise, it didn't do very well like all my other products. So, what is INTENSIFIES? INTENSIFIES is a noise synth, a distortion unit, and a sample rate reducer all in one. And the hardware version had 2 photocells on it that interacted with the noise synth circuit. So it was this big, chaotic kind of fuck you kind of pedal for the harsh noise crowd. And it didn't have a foot switch on it, so guitarists couldn't use it. It was just this weird desktop thing that I made. So let's talk about it a little bit. In the VCV rack version, I pimped it out with all these CV inputs for everything, which is very exciting and very cool. The photocells aren't there anymore. Now they're CV inputs. So let's give it a spin. So in its most basic form, it's a sample rate reducer with a gain stage. But the thing about it that's cool is the gain goes to full distortion. And if you flip the cray-cray switch, it's 20 times gain. So it's like super, super blown out and crazy. And this device was meant to just completely destroy the sound of whatever you run into it. So the range switch is really important here. This is the frequency range for the sample rate reducer. It's currently on high, which is the most intelligible. Medium, it starts to really fall apart. And low, it's barely even recognizable as sound. It just gets decimated to bits. But yeah, originally when I made it, I envisioned someone using it rhythmically with a drum machine, which is why there's all these switches on it, because you like dial it in and you flip all these switches rhythmically and do cool stuff with it, which no one did because nobody bought it. But anyway, this modulator here is really important. What the modulator does is this is a square wave LFO that actually controls the amplitude of the sample rate clock. And I know it's very strange that it's a square wave, but there's a reason for that. It gives you this very strange chopping type of thing. And as you turn it up and go faster, you can do these cool type of things. There's a 3-position range switch for that as well. So you can get into this kind of weird amplitude modulated square wave tremolo territory. And then if you flip it all the way up to high range, it's super crazy AM. Yeah, so that's what it does. It like decimates sound. And then the other really interesting thing about this module, which originally, again, was a pedal, is since I had these square waves, I added 2 more square wave oscillators that were controlled with photocells, and the 4 of them together were combined with diode logic to create this big swarm of shitty square waves that had its own output called the synth output. On this one, it's just the 2 square waves. So you've got your CMOS kind of noise synth thing. And I don't know why you'd want to, but you're more than welcome to patch it into itself if you wanted to. It's a lot cooler on the pedal version when you do that. I don't think it's actually doing... Oh, yeah, because it's bypassed. But yeah, on the pedal one, you get some pretty effed up. All this kind of stuff. So yeah, this was how do they say? How do the kids say it? This one was for the heads. Yeah. And yeah, this is like a Eurorack fantasy version of it. I left the DC 9-volt on it to be cheeky. And I'm, trying to just port all of the things that I've made to VCV rack because I want the ideas to live on, even if the hardware won't. So thanks for watching as always. Again, I apologize for this video being rambly and mostly useless, but I'm hoping one of the weirdos out there watching this likes this video and gets some joy out of Intensifies, which again is near and dear to my heart. Bye bye. Thank you.